Good morning. So today I wanted to talk about the idea of worry time and introduce you to the worry tree. Now, when we have a worry, it tends to take over our minds, and we may not want to be thinking about it all the time. So when it comes into our heads, we think, I don't want to think about you, and we try and push it away and try and get on with what we're doing. However, when we push it away, what happens is it kind of niggles at us and it ends up coming back. So perhaps a more useful thing to do is to acknowledge that worry and say, okay, I know that I'm having this worry, but rather than push it away and pretend it's not there, what I'm going to do is allocate some time to it. So we're actually giving it some importance and value. So what we do then is we think about a time that might work in order to concentrate on that worry. So say we finish work at 1 o'clock, we might decide that 4 o'clock is a really good time to focus on the worry. So we say to it, okay, you're there, I see you, 4 o'clock, I'm really going to concentrate on you and work out what I'm going to do about this worry. And that then allows us to put it to one side. We're not ignoring it, so it's not going to keep kind of knocking at the door, but we're saying, yeah, okay, I'm going to attend to you later. So then when we come to 4 o'clock and we come to focus on the worry, we can use the format of the worry tree. Now the worry tree looks a bit like a Christmas tree. So this is it, and I haven't completely finished filling in all the sections of it. But what you'll notice is that you've got my worry at the top. So it's like the star or the angel on the tree. And from my worry we have an arrow coming down. Can I do anything about it? This is a very simple problem-solving approach. We have a worry and it tends to take up our mind and we go round and round in circles. But actually, if we can set it out like this, it somehow simplifies it and gives us a format to methodically work through. So can I do anything about it? Yes or no? Quite simple. If we can, so what can I do? So then we might write down some ideas that we can do with this worry. And it's a bit of a brainstorm. You know, what are all the options? There might be some really good ideas there might be some ideas that you think, actually, that's not really great. But put them down anyway, and then when we've got them there, we can have a look through and decide which one we're going to try. And once we've tried one, perhaps we can try another. And what it does is it gives us different things to try and makes us feel more in control. Now you'll notice over here, under no, we can also arrow down to say what can I do. Now you might be thinking to yourself, that doesn't really make sense. If I can't do anything about the worry, what do you mean, so what can I do? Well, the idea here is really important. When we have a worry, and actually we can't do anything about it, it can make us feel quite negative. Sometimes we can feel quite critical of ourselves and perhaps undeserving, depending on what the worry is. Because we feel out of control. We feel like, you know, we're not in charge of this thing. But we can be in charge. We can be in charge of ourselves. So there's some things that we're actually not in control of. And it's very important to look after ourselves and self-soothe. So when there's absolutely nothing we can do about a worry, we've racked our brains, no, we can't do anything, it's completely out of my control, it's down to other people, it's what can I do to make myself feel better? So that could be things like having a nice warm relaxing bath, putting some time aside for yourself, talking to a friend, sitting down with a nice cup of coffee, things that you enjoy, things that make you feel good. Because what we don't want to do is get stuck in that cycle of feeling really bad about ourselves because we're feeling out of control. So in a way it's kind of acting in the opposite way to how we're feeling, and what that does is helps to shift our mood a bit. So underneath no, what we're going to have there is lots of different ideas for things that might make us feel good or might give us some time to ourselves. And then you'd try one or two of those things, and even if you don't feel like it, because what you will find is that it will actually shift your mood and make you feel better. Thank you for listening today. Goodbye.